Picture this. You're on a massive US Navy ship, sailing from Brazil to Baltimore. It's 1918. World War I is still raging, Woodrow Wilson is in the White House, and the Titanic is still a fresh wound in people's minds. You expect to be home soon, enjoying some well-earned shore leave, then BAM! You vanish without a trace. No distress calls, no debris, no, "Hey, we hit something" message, just gone. That's exactly what happened to the USS Cyclops on March 4, 1918. Over a century later, this ship and its 306 crew members remain one of the greatest maritime mysteries in American history. Some say it was German spies, others blame aliens. And then there's the Bermuda Triangle crowd who think this ship is hanging out in another dimension. So, what really happened? Let's dive in. The USS Cyclops was a beast of a ship. Over 540 feet long, built to haul 12,000 tons of coal, because early 1900 ships ran on pure elbow grease and smoke. It was a collier, meaning its main job was to refuel warships. But in early 1918 it was carrying something different, manganese ore, a critical ingredient for strengthening steel. Now, every great mystery needs an interesting character, and our guy was Captain George W. Worley. Born in Germany under the name Johann Ludwig Wichmann, he somehow went from German immigrant to U.S. naval officer. His leadership style, let's just say it made people very nervous. Reports say he was erratic, prone to bizarre outbursts, and treated his crew like garbage. He allegedly walked around in long underwear and a bowler hat, yelled at sailors for looking at him wrong, and, according to some, had secret pro-German sympathies. Yep, the guy captaining a U.S. Navy ship during World War I might have been rooting for the other team. Could he have led the ship into enemy hands? Or did his strange leadership doom the Cyclops in another way? Here's where things get weird. On February 22, 1918, the Cyclops left Rio de Janeiro, loaded down with manganese ore, and headed for Baltimore. The ship stopped briefly in Barbados, where crew members reported engine trouble. Some say it was struggling under the weight of its cargo, others claim Captain Worley was acting even weirder than usual. Then on March 4th, the Cyclops left Barbados, and was never seen again. No SOS calls, no debris, no, "Hey, we're sinking" telegram, nothing. The Navy launched a massive search operation because, losing a gigantic ship is kind of a big deal. They scoured thousands of miles of ocean, but the Cyclops was gone. It wasn't until the 1940s when two of its sister ships, the USS Proteus and USS Nereus, also vanished under eerily similar circumstances, that people really started asking what was going on out there. Let's break down the leading theories. 1. Enemy sabotage. This was World War I after all. Some believe a German U-boat torpedoed the Cyclops, but there's one big problem. No U-boat ever reported sinking it, and if they had, the Germans definitely would have bragged about it. 2. Structural failure, also known as, "Oops, we overloaded it." The Cyclops was heavy, like, really heavy. Some experts think the ship was simply overloaded with manganese ore and snapped like a dry spaghetti noodle in rough seas. But even if that happened, wouldn't some debris have been found? Mutiny and conspiracy. Some believe that Captain Worley's bizarre behavior finally pushed the crew too far. Could they have staged a mutiny, taken control, and sailed somewhere else? If so, where did they go? Did they join a secret colony of rogue sailors? Ah yes, the granddaddy of all maritime conspiracies, the Bermuda Triangle. The Cyclops vanished in a region where a lot of other ships and planes have disappeared. Was it sucked into an interdimensional vortex? Dragged to the ocean floor by methane gas eruptions? Abducted by aliens who really wanted some manganese? Science says these explanations are highly unlikely, but then again, why haven't we found the wreck? In the years since, countless expeditions have tried to locate the Cyclops. Sonar searches, deep-sea dives, nothing. For a ship that big to completely disappear, it's baffling. Some believe the wreck lies deep in the Puerto Rico Trench, one of the deepest parts of the Atlantic. Others think we've just been looking in the wrong place all along. But until we actually find the ship, we may never know what really happened. So what did happen to the USS Cyclops? Was it sabotage, a tragic accident, or proof that the Bermuda Triangle is more than just a tourist gimmick? One thing's for sure, the ocean keeps its secrets well. Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you ever find yourself sailing near the Bermuda Triangle, maybe double-check your GPS. If you love unsolved mysteries, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next deep dive into history's greatest enigmas.